Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for September 30th, October 1st, and October 2nd. This is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, when I am doing the weekend readings, I will use my Rodley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. I will pull one from my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I am using now my, what is this, the Doreen and Grant Virtue, right? That's Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue, the Angels of Abundance cards, and of course my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the overview, and this is the overview. So if you've never watched before, if you're not familiar, I do an introduction that I tag on all of the readings. If you want to bypass, and I hope you'll watch it just once at least, then just go right down there to the description, and you can then bypass this introduction. For this introduction, I will use my Waite Rider tarot cards, and I will pull one from my Osha Zen tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. But remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and just let whatever it is that needs to come through. Now, I have also had to update my computer again, and you know that usually creates some problems with my sound. I tested it, I checked it out, it all sounds fine, but you'll let me know if it isn't, okay? Okay, so for the weekend, let's see what we have here. We are in Mercury retrograde, but Mercury will be going direct, and it will be in Virgo. It's still in Virgo, and it likes to be in Virgo, so it will go direct on the 2nd of October. Now, we still have a 2-week shadow, retrograde shadow, so it is kind of like an extension of retrograde as things are trying to, revisit where it has already been through, and it's trying to get to where it needs, where it can go forward again. So retrogrades do appear to go backwards for however long it had to be. That was September 9th, I think, or September 8th. So for the, for the 22, 23 days, it has been going backwards. So it's going to take about 2 weeks at least, if not more, to get where it was before it went retrograde. But it is going to go direct in Virgo. It likes to be in Virgo. Virgo is an earth energy. Mercury likes to have communication. It likes to, it's about your electronics, but it really does feel very at home in Virgo. So that's going to be October 2nd. However, on the 30th, and while it's getting ready to go direct, it does slow down. So we have some slower energies with that retro, a lot of going deep into that karmic energy. Remember, this is a time that I feel, Mercury goes retrograde I think this year it will start its 4th time. So it goes 3 to 4 times a year. Mostly it's 3 times, but I think this year we're going to start at the end of the year a 4th, retrograde. However, when it goes there, I feel like Mercury retrograde likes to dig things up from the past. It likes to bring the past into the present. It's also, a lot of it has to do with, karmic resolution. Now, so we still have, like I said, that 2-week thing. However, September 30th, Mercury retrograde, it's at 24 degrees in Virgo, will be opposing Neptune, which is also at 24 degrees Pisces. Neptune and Pisces, very much the deep understandings, the spiritual understandings. And we are transitioning from, you've all heard about the age of Aquarius. We are transitioning from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Pisces has a lot of religious connotation, and there's a lot of deep spiritual religious type of connotation with Neptune in Pisces, and something going on. So we could be hearing about something very interesting around the 30th of September in that, in that mysterious spiritual realm, hence my background. Anyway, the 1st of October, we have Venus, which likes to be in Libra. It is opposing Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. They're both at 3 degrees. So when I first saw that, when I was looking at that, the first thing I thought of was just like two dogs. Okay, and I know they're not two dogs, but this is how these things come to me. So I saw this little cute, adorable little yuppie dog, tiny little thing, and this really big, I don't know, floppy-eared, I don't even want to know, I don't know if you want to call it a Labrador or whatever, just kind of this big, tolerant dog. So the little puppy in itself would be more your Venus in Libra. The big tolerant dog was your Jupiter in Aries. Okay, and I heard this little yuppie dog kind of like saying, "Come on now, what are you doing? You got to get things moving. We've been waiting enough for you. Get things moving." And and the other dog kind of listening, and then like, "Okay, I will." Take that as it will. I do feel like Venus in Libra, like I said, it's in opposition, so it is trying to prod, push, yap at Jupiter in Aries and trying to get things moving. Jupiter is the planet of enlargement and planet of good fortune. Aries, again, is that, the fire energy. Venus is relationships, very close relationships. In some ways, Venus can be very much harmonious. Libra wants to create balance. So it's like I said, I felt like little Venus was up against big Jupiter and just kind of nagging it to pieces and saying, let's get moving, let's get things going. So that would have been October 1st. So let's see. And then again, October 2nd, Mercury will be going direct. Okay, let's see what we have here, though, as the overview. And again, if you want to bypass this, go to that, the timestamp. Let's see what we have for the overview for what's going on in the world. Always remember, whatever's going on in the world, you still have to live your life. You still have to stay positive. You still have to, work and keep your vibrations on the higher side. The higher you keep your vibrations, the more you are like Teflon, and things just fall right off of you. When you want, if you're keeping, if you're miserable and if you're sad and if you're just kind of in a hard or tired mode, then that's what you really will be attracting. So let's see. Our first card we have is Judgment. That is a major arcana. Judgment can be on the harsh side sometimes, but after we face it, after we face the things that we have to face with Judgment, it actually clears things out. And again, I talked about Mercury in retrograde, and then even in the shadow of Mercury. So it's kind of like things have to be cleared out. Things have to be seen. Things have to be acknowledged. Things have to be, really weighed and measured. But once it's done, it's done. Okay? And, and then you can then move on with that. So we have it reversed. Reversed has a lot of energy to me. So this is a card to really pay attention to. Major arcana. So we have the 20. Numbers are very, very important too. Numbers can be used for dark energy or light. We use them for the light. So this is a 2-0. 2 has a crossroads. It has choices, also decisions. It could also be, coming together with a partner. 0 is God's source energy. Now, the interesting thing, these are Roman numerals, and it's a 10-10, transition, and that is something that Judgment does do. Now, we can look that the people, they're very vulnerable. They're naked. They're naked as a jaybird. But they're very vulnerable. Nobody wants to be naked. I don't want to be naked. But it's just basically bearing it all to higher power. And, a gray energies here. However, her hair, some of the hair does have this color to it. We do have this angel that's very, divine, heavenly angel. And, trumpeting in something that is, to move them. Now, part of them, I don't see any of them hiding. I see them really embracing the changes that come with Judgment. However, with Judgment, you do have to bear it all, okay? So let's see what we've got next. We have our Page of Wands. Now, court cards. This is where I go into all the cards, more or less, the energies. Court cards do have dual energies. Pages, underlying energy is Earth. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Money, job, career. Okay? Tangible energy. Now, this is also Wands energy. Wands or rods is our fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, very determined. Now, you can also see that there's a little bit of arrogance in this person. Now, pages are very enthusiastic. Pages love to get into the mix of things. Pages are also bringing the herald's messages also. So this could be a new message. This could be something coming about with that work energy, that earth energy, plus that fire energy. I'm looking at him though, and I guess pages can be, feminine or masculine, but this is a masculine energy here. And, he stands very upright. He stands very proud in his finery type of thing. He has his rod. He has his head up. Now, whenever you see the Page of Wands in general, it does mean pages, like I said, means a new opportunity, something new to do with your work, job, career. But then however the wand or whatever comes on top of it is how you approach it. So this is just kind of like grabbing it. This is grabbing the attention. This is going for whatever it is you want to go for. And, again, there is this looking up. There is, it's kind of like I'm looking up. I'm not faltering. I'm moving forward. Okay. So this could be an opportunity for the world to really embrace and be very enthusiastic. But it's kind of like, again, too, once you've committed, the world, whatever the world is doing, whatever the universe is, it's like this is a commitment. This is a commitment, and it's like I'm going for it. Okay. Oh, so like I said, pages does have the underlying energy of earth. Knight's energy is fire, so that is the Wands energy. Like I said, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Queen's energy is water. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid and very emotional, very caring energy too. And then we have the King's underlying energy, which is air, swords energy, and that is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Thinking things through, very strategic, a little bit linear, doesn't necessarily see, doesn't want to really look at the other options, just really going for what he wants to go for. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Well, now we have the Page of Cups. So again, underlying energy, Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career. So whatever this is, this has to do with, like I said, our earthbound energies. But now we have Cups, which is again water, which is again Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there is a quizzicalness to this. There is a not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. So while while the Page of Wands is very assured, the Page of Cups is kind of like, really? What am I supposed to do again? Well, okay, and also is feeling things very deeply. Now, I do not feel any insecurity here, but there is something new on the horizon. There is a new turning in the world energy, in the earth energy per se. It's going to affect us kind of differently at the same time. One of it's going to be like, okay, let's go do this. This is great. We want this. We have the ability. We have the, we are it. And then the Page of Cups is like, really? Really? What is this fish doing in here? And are you talking to me? So the Page of Cups, does have again the pages, like I said, will go after whatever this is. The Page of Cups is just going to kind of look at things a little differently. And again, it's going to be kind of like, really? Not quite sure what I'm supposed to do, but okay, we're in for this. We're in on this. Okay, let's go on and see, but I do think there's a lot of vulnerability with that Judgment. There is the Judgment does bring a new chapter, a new, section of the book, maybe even a new book in the series. And the Page of Wands and the Page of Cup, they're like, okay, we're committed. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. May not necessarily understand everything, but the Page of Wands is very much though, hey, I don't have to understand it. I just know. So let's see what we've got with Osha Zen Tarot, what we have going on with the Osha Zen Tarot cards. What do we have for the world? What do we, oh, okay, and that's another one. Now this card that has fallen on the ground is pretty unique. It's unique to Osha Zen Tarot, and it brings the Master. It brings the Master. So we have the moon energy where we know that we don't always know what we're supposed to know. So there is some faith energy here. This Master energy, you know, what is a master? A master is someone that has experienced many things. A master is somebody that knows many things. The master could be, you know, is very connected with higher power, spirit guides. So whatever this is going on, there is a stronger energy that is guiding this. There is a stronger energy that is leading whatever it is that is going on the weekend. There is a stronger energy, a higher energy, higher power energy. And, you know, we have to look at him, you know, and we have to hope, we have to trust, we have to have faith. There is wisdom in his years also. So whatever this is going on, there's more going on than what we're going to see. Okay? Does that make sense? Anyway, interesting weekend as always. Interesting energies as always. The Schumann resonance has been back online. It hasn't really shown a lot of big white. It has been, you know, kind of the greens and the blues with a little bit of the streaking. So if something changes with that, and, you know, and even that in itself is kind of that, you know, we're all feeling like we're in this, you know, like time is ticking, and we're waiting. Anyway, take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. I really appreciate your comments. You know, I always do. And, you know, this helps keep me encouraged by you liking and sharing. Okay? Okay. So why don't we go ahead and start our readings now? Hello, my Cancers, and how are you? Well, I think that Venus and Libra and, you know, what is it? It's opposing Jupiter in Aries right now. I think that's going to be an interesting time for you. And kind of like, you know, but again, I feel like Venus is trying to get Jupiter in Aries to move, to get moving. So I think that it could be very positive energy. It's just, again, it's like, get moving. I want you to move. I want more out of you. So let's see what else we might have for my Cancers. Okay. Yeah, you've been feeling this. It feels like you've been feeling stuck, and it's like, I want movement. And so I think this is actually, like I said, I think that this could be a good week for you to get unstuck. Okay, let's see what we've got for my Cancers. Higher power. What do we have? What do you want to tell our Cancers? What do you want to tell our Cancers? I know that they've been going back and forth with money again. My Cancers, it will resolve itself. You've got to have some faith, and you've got to stop. I'm not saying that you then go out and spend all your money, but you have to stop worrying about it. It's counterproductive. Okay, it's not going to help you worrying about it. So, you know, you just keep doing the things you are committed to doing. All right, this one's reversed. Let's see what we've got here. First card is the Four of Earth. Now, if you have any Pisces in you at all, you know, in your natal chart, I just drew this for Pisces. And I think I even drew this for Scorpio, but I'm not quite sure about that. But 4 is stability, organization, and leadership. And when I put the cards away, I literally take the cards and I put them, you know, I put them like one here, and one here. If you can see that, one here, and one here. And then I shuffle. And then I shuffle for you too. So it's just odd if that did come up for Scorpio, that the water energies are all about, you know, the money energy. So this is Earth, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, money, job, career. Part of this is, I'm kind of getting for you, my Cancers, is that you're so focused on the money piece that you're neglecting the part about you that gives of yourself. Okay? It's just you're letting the stressors of the money affect your relationships. Okay? Whoever needed that one. So the 4 is, like I said, stabilization, organization, and leadership. Earth again, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All of them have strong energies right now. Money, job, career. Also, too, I do think that there might be a Cancer out there that's getting you might be getting a job opportunity out of the blue. Okay, it may be one that maybe you applied for it a long time ago. It comes back to you because of Mercury retrograde. It may be something you've done in the past. I do feel like there's a job opportunity or a promotion opportunity for you, which kind of goes with that money thing too. But back to here. There is, like I said, 4 of Earth has reciprocity, giving too much, giving too little. And again, it just has this feeling that while you concentrate on your little pile of cash, which you want to become a bigger pile of cash, it's like you're concentrating here, and then there's others that are not necessarily getting the benefit of your relationship. Does that? Like I said, it's best when I just say what I'm getting. Here we are. So, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Now, the good business decisions, I do think that you are very good with your money. And the thing is, I'm going to tell you is to not put your consciousness so much on your money this weekend. Not saying to spend. I'm just saying I think that there's others around you, partners, children, friends, even your work relationships that need your attention a little bit more. Okay, enough about that. Here we go. Next card is the King of Fire. Well, that makes sense too, because King underlying energy is air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Things are going on with all of those signs too, so they're really pushing forward. Air energy is your thought processes, is making plans, it's thinking things through. It's also hearing messages. And the thing about the air is basically, like I said, making plans. Air energy, the King of Air, the King of Swords, is a little linear in his thinking. He just is like, does this benefit me? Yes, no. Is this right? Yes, no. So he's a little linear. The King of Fire now. Fire is our Jupiter. And again, that's Jupiter, it's Aries. Jupiter's in Aries right now. Leo and Sagittarius. Passionate, burning, determined, very committed energy. Just can be, air and fire can go, can be really very explosive. So the King of Air thinks things and looks at things at a wider level. Okay, doesn't necessarily, looks in the past, looks in the present, looks in the future. The King of Fire looks at the bigger picture, doesn't necessarily, isn't into the minutia, isn't into the details like the King of Swords might be. He's a little bit more relaxed, and he's seeing how things might be affecting other things. So yes, I can be putting away all my money here, or I can be putting all my attention here, but what about over there? So he's not necessarily just focused on one thing. He's really taken in everything. Now, the King of Fire really is someone that's very, he's larger than life, okay? He gets inspired, and he inspires others. So the King of Fire is kind of like saying, there's more to life than just this little piece that you're focusing on. All right. So, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. So he is somebody, he's not the King of Earth, but he can see ideas on how to get more for less. Okay? So, focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. The King of Fire, well, it actually probably is more the Queen of Fire, but the King of Fire could actually live very large on very little. Okay, let's see. Last card is reversed. The 7 of Water. 7. Divine covering, umbrella, intervention, interference. Water energy, your energy. Scorpio, Pisces energy. You're, very emotional, flowing, very creative, very spiritual energy. You have your choices. The Seven of Seven of Cups is all about choices. Now, sometimes you have to make a decision, but sometimes not making a decision is a decision in itself. So whatever this is going on in with your life here, and remember, the King of Fire is larger than life. He's, like I said, he's somebody that could live very large on very little. He'd like to live larger on something large, but he can make things, he can make that money stretch. He can see, he can see ways beyond what we can understand. However, the Seven of Water does have some mystical and physical choices to it. So there is some decisions to be made. There's some, so what is this all about with the decisions? Does it have anything to do with your money? Like, again, I did say that there might be a job offer. There might be something coming to you that you might have to make that decision about too. Now, sometimes too, if it is a job, and I'm only using this as an example, you might have to look at it, and sometimes those dream jobs, it makes all the money, it does everything, it just, hits all the check boxes, but then you think about it and you're like, oh, but I'm not able to be with those other people. So there is some work-life balance here also. Anyway, a complex decision, the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Kind of feeling like the stop procrastinating has a little bit of, I'm sorry, my Cansies, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. There's so much more to life. Enjoy. Maybe you're like, well, yeah, but I don't have the money. Stop feeling, but there's things that we can do that doesn't cost money. I know some people will say, but then I have to pay the gas to get there. Yeah, and that can cost money. But again, the stop procrastinating. It's I kind of feel like it's also has a little bit of, this is a weekend that you need to live. You need to start living. All right. Things are good. Things are better than you even think. Okay, let's see. John Holland, Psychic Tarot and Oracle. What do we have for our Cancers here? Okay, so here we go. 5. 5 is change. Change, change, change. And so many times, my Cancers, this is a week. This can be, this is where you're like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I just feel like I'm so defeated. I just feel like there's just so much on my shoulders. And again, part of it is those are some choices that you might even be making yourself. You have a choice to let that go. What can you do anything about it today? Can you do anything about it today? No, the only thing you can change is your attitude. The only thing you can change is your vibration. This is where, if you want to keep your vibration low, it's gonna, you're gonna wake up on Monday morning, if you're off for the weekend, just feeling as tired as you did maybe Friday afternoon. This is that time that you just have to pull your vibrations up by the bootstraps, or pull them up by your, pull up your big kid pants and just kind of say, no, you shall not defeat me. This world shall not defeat me. Okay, because you've got some good energy. You got the, and you really, it's like, leave that alone. Leave the money alone. Things do get better for you. Things do. You have been getting better. Sometimes it's very easy for my Cancers to fall back into some old habits. And I think that's what you have to watch out for. Anyway, my Cancers, that King of Fire, like I said, he can live large. Pick it all up. Pick it all up. Now, the thing, too, the conflict and defeat, there's something I do say, so maybe this is a good time to say it again. If you live in the past, you will be living with depression. If you live in the future, you'll be living with anxiety. That's why the best thing to do is to live in the now. Okay? And really think about it. I can't make a change, so I'm going to enjoy this day. Don't let negative energy, whether that be even your own energy or someone else's energy, don't let them rob you of your today. Okay? So here we go. From the Angels of Abundance, let's see what we've got here. Do the work. Remember, it says stop procrastinating. Okay, here we go. It's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to take the positive steps that you are being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So so it's like I said, you need to do the work. Do the work. Don't just sit. Just don't sit and feel sorry for yourself. I know, I don't want to be harsh to you, my Cancer. You know I love you so much. So just pull yourself up. Get going. Okay, let's see what we've got here. What crystal or energy would help my Cancers? Because, yeah, I mean, except for this little guy here and what I'm kind of picking up with the Four of Earth, the Four of Earth is all about your choices. But that King of Fire he's big. He's big, and you have to believe. You have to believe that there's more. Look at the big picture and see how far you've come. Okay? Okay. And do the work. Do the work. All right, here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy for my Cancers we have here. Yeah, it's just that darn old Mercury and Pisces and Neptune stuff going on. Reversed Labradorite, shamanic journeying, brave, magical powers, higher vibration. Now this card has been peeking at me. So let's see what this is about. See, this one flipped. And I don't know, I think it flipped when I was doing this. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I looked at this. Sever vows of poverty. Wow. Dear ones, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. This works. This works. I have broken ancestral, if you want to call them curses or cords, for myself. When I do Reiki on people, I have done the same with them too. So, sever vows of poverty. Oh, I think that's, poverty in your finances, but also poverty of spirit. I like that. Okay, I'm so glad I looked at that one. It was just peeking at me. It's like, it shouldn't be blue. Anyway, take a moment, please, to comment, my Cancers. Also go down here to like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. As always, my Cancers, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.